Hello, how's it going everyone? We have two videos before the end of the year. One of the new decks from the new main box, Kozmo and Magical Musketeer. As you could tell from the title, this one is about Kozmo. Since the cards are not yet released in Duel Links, we are using Dueling Book to test these cards out. In this video I will bore you to death by explaining two different builds of the deck. And then to show you how competitive this deck is, we're going to see how good it is against the current best deck in the game. So for the last time this year, and with no further ado, enjoy! This control one is more focused around Tincan and Forerunner control with cards like Dark Hole, Call of the Haunted and Kozmo. You can also play more Duality. My issue with Duality though is that it's really bad going second because you want to be able to tag your small pilots into your big ships, because Forerunner is how you beat Mekk Knight, which is currently the best deck in the meta. A third Farmgirl is a consideration because it pairs really well with Dark Hole, but you don't want to draw too many pilots, and when I say pilots I'm referring to the smaller ones which tag out into the bigger ones. We kind of found that in testing on the stream today, that the best skill to play is probably Life Point Boost Alpha, because being able to use the effects of Straw Man, Good Witch and Dark Lady and Tincan just one more time does make a pretty big difference. Call of the Haunted pairs well with Tincan. This list felt pretty good, though I think playing more ships would be quite nice. In particular, I think a level 6 ship would be pretty good. So either Land Walker or Dogfighter. I think probably Dogfighter would be good to play here, because it can spawn a token, which is a pretty large token too. Dark Hole is really good in a lot of decks, but especially in Kozmo, because if you destroy your own big ship, it just floats into Farmgirl or something, which is really good. And then Mojo is a very strong trap card because it non-targeting banishes an opponent's card, and it also lets you float into Slip Rider or Dark Lady sometimes if you pop Forerunner. That being said though, it doesn't complement your bad hands too well, so I'm not completely sold on it yet, because if you draw a hand that doesn't get to a big ship, then Mojo doesn't help you too much. Strawman is very good late game to bring back Forerunner, and Good Witch is like a in-engine Book of Moon. Tincan is the starter card of the deck because it's a pilot that gets you to a ship at the same time. Farmgirl does that too, but not quite in the same way because it has to deal damage. And then the extra deck doesn't really matter too much. I do recommend playing Mermaid though, because if they give you an Ibly, you can turn Ibly into Mermaid and then you can just carry on playing normally. And then this is the combo build, which I think should also play Life Point Boost Alpha. So say for example if you have Island plus Forerunner, you go Island, pop Forerunner, and Yorkshire, or Arvata if you already have Yorkshire, and then Forerunner banishes itself to summon Slip Rider, which then pops Island, and then Island being popped will pop Slip Rider, and then this summons Strawman, and then Strawman brings back Forerunner, and then in the end phase Forerunner gets popped by Strawman, which gets you either to Tincan for a search or to Dark Lady for a negation. I was playing one Strawman, one Mojo, but I found that two Strawman helps a lot in grind games, so I think playing two Strawman in this kind of more combo-centric build is quite important. And then again, the extra deck isn't too important, but you want to be playing Mermaid so that you can turn their Ibly into a Mermaid, so that you can unlock yourself. And then we have the Phoenix, the Unicorn, Roach and Spider for rank 4s. And we also have Volcasaurus and Gaia Charger for our rank 5 engine. And you can also make Gaia by going Spider into Corbage into Gaia. The rank 4s come up a little bit in this build, because when you do Islands, you get a free level 4 monster, which you can use to exceed with the Good Witch. I would like to try and find space for Dark Hole though. I think the reason why I'm liking the control build a bit more so far is because it has more space for tech cards. This hand is indeed Strawman Pass, yep. But we can tag into a untargetable Forerunner, and we have Dark Hole for their board on turn 3 as well. So we just pass on this. The opponent's hand is pretty good. Standby main. So against Strawman Pass, they will probably go normal summon, Reflector. Reflector then grabs them the Beast, which will then chuck the Beast to add the Assault mode. Then they reveal it to summon back the Beast, make it level 8. Synchro off with these. That goes into Croc, and then Croc draws a card. So then at this point, because like you can kind of play around the columns a little bit with the pilots, which is quite nice. Set Assault mode activate to then which the Kozmo player, so us, we go Strawman effect to tag out into Forerunner in a different column. So then they go Surprise Present, which then puts the Assault mode activate onto their field over. Hang on. Over here. And purple, banish. Go into blue, and then blue searches 2. So blue will search for an indigo and another purple. So at this point, how big is the Croc? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it currently has 4k attack. So I guess what you would do here as the mechanic player is set the memory. So now it's 35. Then summon Indigo, so now it's 3k. Might have also been a better line here of like putting Croc into a main monster zone, and then we could like link 2 here and stuff as well. Croc into Forerunner, so the Kozmo player takes 200. And then Forerunner's effect, when destroyed, can banish itself from a graveyard to summon a level 6 or lower Kozmo from deck. So we're going to summon So 2400 is bigger than Dark Lady. This is where playing like the Landwalker would be very good here though. But we do not. I guess going into one of the pilots here that isn't Dark Lady is best. I think the Mekk player would probably attack with a bigger one first here. So Indigo into that. So then you go Farmgirl effect. Tags out into Slip Rider. And then probably in defense, right? Yeah. And then effect to pop the back row. So back row gets destroyed. And then Indigo replays into Slip Rider. Gets destroyed, and then Slip Rider's effect banishes itself to summon just something to wall off damage. So probably, well, you want to top deck Farmgirl here, right? So you probably go into Tincan or Good Witch actually. Yeah, probably into Good Witch. Then that just takes the damage from, sorry, the attack I mean, from the blue sky, and then pass turn. So then we draw for turn. Top deck Farmgirl. Wow, okay. Top deck Farmgirl. Simply more skilled, I guess. Standby main. So Dark Hole to destroy all monsters on the field. Dark Hole is good in a lot of decks, especially in Kozmo though, because you can sometimes destroy your own ships to then trigger those effects. And then we go normal summon Farmgirl. We go Battle Phase. We attack directly with Farmgirl, which deals 1500 damage. And then the effect of Farmgirl says that when it inflicts damage, we can pay 500 to add any Kozmo card from our deck to our hand. So we're going to add the Forerunner. And then, because this is a quick effect, it can be used in the Battle Phase. So we can tag out into the Forerunner and then attack directly for the last bit of life points. So, there we go. Thank you for watching, have a perfectly balanced rest of your day, and a happy new year. Adios.